Have you ever noticed that even when you just walk from the living room to the kitchen, there's a little shadow quietly trailing behind you? You sit down on the couch, haven't even turned on the TV, and your beloved dog is already curled up right beside you. And even when you head into the bathroom, those curious eyes still follow you, as if the moment you're out of sight, their whole world might lose its most important piece. At first glance, you might think, oh, they're just hungry, or they probably want a walk or some cuddles. That sounds reasonable, but the truth is far more fascinating. Dogs are pack animals by nature. For them, bonding with someone isn't just a daily habit, it's a deep, emotional, instinctual, and even biological connection. When they choose you as their center, every little thing you do, whether you notice it or not, leaves a mark on their tiny, loving hearts. What's amazing is that there are little things you do every day, often without realizing it, that make your dog feel happy, secure, and increasingly, adorably obsessed with you. You'd be surprised how the smallest, most ordinary acts can make you their entire universe. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 of these surprisingly powerful habits. Some are funny, some are deeply touching, and one might just inspire you to start a new tradition with your dog this week. Trust me, you'll never look at your four-legged friend the same way again after this. So let's dive in. 1. Letting your dog initiate affection. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the way you show affection, like hugging, might actually make your dog uncomfortable? It sounds like a paradox, right? You're trying to show love, but to them, it might feel like pressure. Imagine this. You've just come home from work, exhausted after a long day. Someone comes up to you and hugs you tightly, without even asking how you're doing or if you're ready for it. Does that feel good? Not really. And dogs feel the same way. Many dogs, especially those who are shy, anxious, or recently adopted, can feel stressed when constantly hugged or petted before they're ready. According to Psychology Today, studies show that a dog's stress hormone, cortisol, drops significantly when they initiate contact, rather than when it's forced. When a dog gently nudges you with their nose, leans against your leg, or quietly curls up next to you, that's their way of saying, I trust you. And that sense of safety is the true foundation of a lasting bond. Over time, those little choices add up to powerful memories. In your dog's eyes, you're not just the one who feeds them or takes them on walks, you're someone who respects how they feel, and that trust becomes a deep emotional connection, one that makes them want to stay by your side all the time. Remember, forcing a dog to show affection can actually make them wary or even pull away, but when you give them the freedom to choose, you'll be amazed by the change in their eyes, in the way they willingly seek you out. So what about your dog? Are they usually the one to come to you first, or are you the one initiating every cuddle? Share your story. Sometimes the smallest moments reveal the deepest kind of love. And here's the surprising part. There's something else most of us do with our dogs, without realizing it, that also builds a powerful connection. It's that silly voice we all use when we talk to them. 2. Using a silly voice. Let's be honest, this one's pretty universal, that high-pitched, playful voice like, who's a good boy? Who's the cutest pup? Sounds silly, right? But here's the thing. Dogs love it. Scientists call it dog-directed speech, a tone of voice we instinctively use with our pets. And studies show dogs pay more attention and respond faster to it than to regular speech. Why? Because that silly voice is almost always linked to something positive. Praise, play, or affection. Think about it. Have you ever used that voice to scold your dog? Probably not. That's why, to them, it equals love and good vibes. Just like people bond over shared laughs and playfulness, your dog sees that silly voice as confirmation, you are the center of my love. And the more they hear it, the more obsessed they become, in the cutest way possible. What's the silliest phrase you say to your dog? 3. Sharing your food. Picture this. You're having dinner, and right under the table are those shiny eyes patiently waiting. You know you shouldn't, but you sneak them a little bite anyway. In the wild, sharing food is how pack animals show belonging. When you offer your dog a safe little piece of meat or fruit, you're saying, you're family. According to the American Kennel Club, occasional food sharing isn't bad. It actually strengthens your bond and builds trust. Of course, Always avoid harmful foods like chocolate, grapes, onions, or garlic. Just a tiny bite might seem meaningless to you, but to your dog, it's love. And when it becomes a routine, it turns into a bonding ritual that makes them even more attached to you. What about your pup? What food do they beg for the most? And speaking of comfort, there's something else that makes your dog feel truly safe. Sleeping near you, or letting them sleep near you. Some say dogs should sleep in their own beds, away from humans. Others admit they can't fall asleep without their dog curled up nearby. From your dog's perspective, sleeping close to you has deep emotional meaning. In the wild, wolves sleep huddled together to feel safe. For your dog, whether it's on your bed, next to it, or simply in the same room, it's their way of saying, I belong in your closest circle. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic have even found that humans sleep better with a dog nearby thanks to the sense of protection. For dogs, sleep is when they're most vulnerable. Sharing that moment of vulnerability strengthens your bond like nothing else. So where does your dog sleep? Right on the bed, in your room, or in their own space? Now, there's one very special day that if you celebrate it, your dog will never forget. And that's Gotcha Day. 5. Celebrating Gotcha Day. Do you remember the day you brought your dog home? To you, it's just a happy memory. But for your dog, it's the moment their whole life changed. They may not understand calendars, but they definitely understand when you dedicate a day just for them. A new toy, a pup-friendly cake, or a trip to the park, it all sends one clear message. Today, you are the center of my universe. Behavioral studies show dogs remember strong positive emotions far more than ordinary events. So if you create a yearly ritual of joy, they'll start to associate it with you, and your bond will only grow deeper. Don't let Gotcha Day pass by like any other day. Just a little extra love can make it magical. Have you ever celebrated Gotcha Day with your pup? And there you have it, 5 small but powerful habits that make your dog adorably obsessed with you. Letting them initiate affection, using a silly voice, sharing just a little food, letting them sleep near you, celebrating Gotcha Day. They all have one thing in common. They make your dog feel safe, loved, and truly part of your life. And when they feel that every day, you become more than just the one who feeds them. You become their whole world. As the saying goes, you don't just own a dog chooses who to call family. Now it's your turn. Which of these 5 habits do you already do with your dog? Share it below. You never know, your story might bring joy to someone else. And don't forget to follow this channel, because in our next video, I'll share 7 signs your dog has truly imprinted on you, meaning they see you as their entire world. You'll be amazed how deep their love goes. See you in the next one.